Hey guys, what's up? We just wrapped up our arranged war with SAC Kings Elite, I guess is what they are, SAC Kings Elite. Had a interesting breakdown. We had 4, 7, and then wrapping it up with 9s. We had a little bit of a dumpster fire of a Town Hall 9 performance that I was a part of. This war started evening before Thanksgiving, and then was a Thanksgiving Day also. So wasn't the best time to do an arranged war, but we made it work out and took advantage of having a lot of nukes, thankfully, and also our Town Hall 11s did a great job on hitting versus 10s. I think we were like a 5 of 6 Town Hall 11s on Town Hall 10s, and then we had our 10s hitting the 2-star and the 11s. They were 3 for 6, and one of them we missed, didn't get it quite 2-starred. I wanted to show one of these 11v10 hits. This is our fearless leader. This is Ryan. He had a 6-pack this war, doing the same kind of meta of attack where generally the idea is you just use your royals, king and queen, to push in and get 1 air defense. And I know this has been around a little bit. I think Ryan kind of picked it up 3 or 4 wars ago and has been practicing a lot in Friendly Challenge and has been pretty successful with it. So he's just wall breaking in here, making a little funnel for his heroes, gonna rage his BK up, and just make sure he gets that air defense. He triggers the CC. CC comes out. It's a Hound and a Loon. He's going to intentionally not pop this Hound, or he's going to do his best to not. Thankfully, his queen ends up being under a couple point defenses, and so he lets his queen die here. He starts his Lalo in with the Grand Warden coming in. He wants his Grand Warden to catch up right when everything's kind of hitting this second Inferno Tower, so he can do the tome, and so he's got all those loons invincible for almost the entire time they're encountering that Inferno Tower. So he's got these 2 huge packs of loons now, and he's just adding to them on the outside, just trying to keep everything pushed into the core. And the other thing was I was a little slow on it, but he put down 3 Skelly spells on the defending enemy queen. So she's hitting the Hound, generally speaking, is the idea, and then you drop those Skelly spells, and she goes down to them. Everything's still wrapping around. Grand Warden still full health. He's not gotten anything. The loons have cleared all of the Seeking Air Mines, and so he didn't take one of those. And so now he's got also a lot of minions were starting to go down throughout this for starting the cleanup, and so now he's got all those pups. He's still got all those loons, ton of them. So cleanup isn't especially efficient, but it's a very quick attack, so you never really run out of time on it. I didn't catch exactly how much time this took at the start. I wasn't thinking to note it, but you'll see the pups end up popping that defending Hound, but there's more of them than there are of the defending ones, and so they're able to get them taken care of. And that's a 3. So good hits, Ryan. Our 11v10 hit rate has been climbing every war, I think. We had a couple of pretty good Town Hall 9 hits as well, and this is Damien on his Town Hall 9 account. It's this south part of this base down here has a ton of point defense and a grounded expo, and some Teslas in there as well, and the defending Archer Queen. So he's just going to go in here with a single jump and shattered entry with some bowlers and a CC. Makes a good funnel. Those point defenses that are still nearby are out of the bowler's range, and so they do path right into where he broke in. Everything pushes in pretty decently, gets a pretty deep push. Bowlers get a lot of value. They're sitting in that rage, just picking off defenses, and he starts his hogs up here at about 9 o'clock and gets them, deploys them so that they'll start hitting the same defenses at the same time, hitting splash defenses at the same time, so he can drop heals like that one. So he's healing through these 2 wizard towers, and his kill squad is still going down here. He's still got some bowlers, picking off these point defenses. His queen starts getting a little, got landlocked in there when that jump faded, but she's able to get that Tesla when it popped at 50%. And so there's still some golems in there that we're tanking, and his BK is still going, and his hogs are still going around. So he gets still has a ton of hogs up for cleanup, both his king and queen, and some wizards that he had saved for cleanup. And he still has a full hound that never split. So did a pretty good job clearing this out. This is Cap on their defending 15. This is going to be a stoned, got a double jump. He's going to get a good funnel here, very wide funnel, and he's going to take advantage of a base where you could jump from and get a lot of access to a lot of the base with a jump. So he ends up with a little bit of a tricky wall breaker situation there because of how those Teslas were they were kind of set to pop whenever a wall breaker was to come in. But he had that golem to put down to tank them. So he gets his bowlers in. Nice wide funnel. Bowlers have nowhere to go but in. Same thing with his archer queen. The only thing that kind of didn't get made for a funnel was this wizard tower got left up. But I think his bowlers or his archer queen are about to step up and take it down. And so everything will push into the core. So yeah, there's the bowlers and the queen. So they're kind of getting distracted on that air defense. That's just a little bit out. And then keep going in. Second jump goes down. Defending archer queen is about to get aggroed. And he's already starting his hogs. He started his hogs before his kill squad died out. So they got to take advantage of all that tanking. And you see them all catching up now. Kill squad, bowler still going, still getting value. King and queen still up, getting value, and his hogs are in there cleaning up while things are being tanked instead of waiting on that kill squad to die out. Just compacting his attack. Won't run out of time. Still has plenty of cleanup. Had an extra hog for put down in that storage there to make sure that got taken down quickly, and plenty of time for cleanup. That was a good attack. Show you. Here's Damien again. He had a nice 6-pack this war. These attacks are pretty similar, all of them, but they were all pretty effective. It was just kind of the bases we had that we were facing, and so we ended up doing some pretty similar attacks. But if the meta works, there's no need to go funky. And I think that was kind of contributed to our poor performance at the start of this war. Was people were attacking pretty late at night, trying to get our attacks done before Thanksgiving started, and they were not necessarily doing what made the most sense. Does a good job getting his hogs down here to help out with flanking these defenses up here that were being tanked by his kill squad. So he gets those taken out really quickly without needing to heal them or anything like that, and then they keep wrapping on around, and they keep just getting tons of value without ever being attacked by anything. So they're still going. Queen's still going. Now this is the first time he's putting in a new batch of hogs right there, and he really didn't even need that heal. Because none of those hogs were taking anything at all, because they had these 2 golems that were right there in the core with them that were tanking everything. So he could have pretty much swagged 1 heal in this attack, and I think he puts down 1 heal here to deal with these 2 wizard towers, and kind of coming into the BK's radius as well. Once all the hogs wrap around, he's still got his bowlers up. His kill squad is still alive in the core. They're taking out the buildings that are in there. He's dealing with the enemy BK, and then it's just cleanup. I think he just kind of barely lost his archer queen to a defense that was just a little bit out of her range that she couldn't reach. But other than that, tons of hogs for cleanup. Makes quick work of that. And one last attack here at Town Hall 9. We have Snapshot, who had a really clean, really neat attack here. Really enjoyed watching this, where he's going to come in with a stoned attack. I think he caught that there was a SAM here on a first attack, and so he just deployed a loon right into it to go ahead and just eat it at the beginning, so that I wouldn't take out a loon he was actually expecting to live. So he gets a really big funnel here. Has his 3 external defenses that he puts his 3 golems on. Lots of wizards and good wall breakers sneak in there, even though this cannon kind of couldn't be tanked, but cannon could only take out 1, so there's a golem in the CC that his BK starts beating on, and his bowlers start helping out. His queen goes on a little bit of a walk here. She gets down, puts a little bit of help in, though, when she does start walking, because she's going to take out the cannon and a lot of high HP storages and an archer tower. But here in the core, everything's going in, and he's got a little poison spell. With a skeleton spell, he's going to put on the defending archer queen. So the archer queen actually stays behind this wall, and he doesn't really have access to her. But the bowlers can reach over and get her. And we've got bowlers also here taking out these air defenses. So there's only 1 air defense that ends up staying up on this attack. And so he's got 1 hound that he's able to deploy, and tanks that AD just long enough for his loons to sneak in there, and he's got loons coming on around, and he still has his kill squad up. I mean, he's still got golems in there tanking that archer tower, so that this solo loon, and the loon doesn't even kill it. It ends up being the golems that kill it, and then he's still got those bowlers kind of still alive in there who did a ton of work, and loons, golems, a couple of bowlers just cleaning up, coming on around the base, and did a good job of getting a 3 air defenses, and just having to tank that 1 with a hound, and it was a very easy to get to. So it was a pretty rough war at Town Hall 9. I know I struggled a lot. We all struggled. A lot of us struggled, rather. But we thankfully had some guys doing some good work, putting in some 6-packs and great 10v11s, good 11v10. So we ended up with a 83-77 win. We've got our CWL matchup coming this weekend. And I think we're kind of figuring things out again, and hopefully we'll be more efficient at Town Hall 9 and can get on the board, get our first victory on the board. So great as Alchemy.